I recently sent a video a few weeks back talking about kids who shut down and rip up the paper. I'm not doing this is stupid. And part of that content was really talking about kids who struggle with certain assignments or certain things, and eventually they just kind of blow up inside and they have a hard time pulling themselves together and saying, okay, stop, think for a moment and process what's going on, and maybe I can do this. But instead they just result to, I'm not doing this is stupid, and they do what's called that consistent shutdown. So what do you do with that consistent shutdown? People say, yeah, that's the kid I'm working with. What do I do? So I've thought a lot about this, and it's a process that I've used with kids who are very, very upset, who emotional dysregulation, their anger gets out of control, and they start to pound walls or yell and scream and holler and swear at me. And I have to do a de-escalation process to bring them to a point where I can actually teach them some skills. And so I thought about that the same way when it comes to kids who consistently shut down. It's hard for me, and I don't know how to say it's hard for me. As I've said before, no kid ever comes to us and says, this is really, really taxing on my processing speed in the frontal cortex of my brain. They never really say that. They just say this is stupid, and they don't do it. So I thought, one of the processes that I've used is something I call validate, relate, teach, and reintegrate. Basically, I found one of the most powerful things I can do to turn that corner with the consistent shutdown is to validate. Validating meaning say, yeah, this is difficult, or you don't like this at all. This is too hard. Maybe this method isn't working for you. That's okay. I can see why it wouldn't work for you. Just validate it. And what's interesting is that whenever you validate a child's or any person's concern for something that they really don't like or don't want to do, it kind of blows the wind out of the sails. They're like, what? It's okay for me not to do this paper? And you're not saying it's okay. You're just validating that you don't want to do it, or it's too hard for you. So I always say that to kids. Yep, this looks difficult. Give it a rest right now. And all of a sudden I get that. Okay. Then the next thing is to just relate. Relating meaning have as many conversations as I can to get to know that kid. I always say you got to know 3 to 5 things about every kid in your class that has nothing to do with school. Start talking about something unrelated. Just kind of get in there and get to know them a little bit more, or just take the edge off of the anxiety they're feeling around the assignment or whatever it is you're asking them to do. And then you can teach. That's when you get them in a good spot. You validated the problem, you related a little bit more, and now you can teach some skills. You can say, hey, I was thinking about that assignment that you really don't like, and then you see their hair kind of ruffle up, and you go, oh, there they go again. And that's why I go back in, rewind, validate again, say, yeah, and it's hard for you. I totally get it. I totally get it. I can see why you wouldn't want to do it. All right. Now I can say, but I'm thinking that let's try from this angle. Or how about this? Why don't you think of how you would do it? And at first you might get shut down again, and that's okay, but at least you've taught something. How might you teach this to somebody else? All right, maybe you have another angle on it that you can help me out with. And if they say, nope, it's still stupid, ain't doing it. All right, I can walk away from that. Because then I'll go back in again another time and say, hey, here's this assignment. And they say, oh, this is that assignment, that's stupid, I ain't doing it. Yeah, I understand that this is difficult. Validate, relate, have a conversation at any time of the day. Teach a skill. Let's try a new angle on that. As a matter of fact, let's not do that assignment now. Do the stuff that you know that you've got nailed. When I send you home for homework, I don't send you home with stuff that you can't do. I send you home with something I know you can do 100% of the time, just so you get a little confidence built in there. That's teaching you that you can do it. Then I can reintegrate you. I can get you back into the classroom where I need you to be. I can get you back on track with the assignment. I can get you more internally motivated. Because what I have really tried to teach you is that your problem is real. It's real. It exists. You hate what you're doing right now. I totally understand that, and it's okay for you to have that feeling. But I can help you through it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. I speak and consult on school behavior, and I love to help districts solve some of these problems. See you next time.